Come to Helmuth Ford, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shuttler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
The 5th annual Travis Griner Memorial Tractor Ride is Saturday, August 23rd. Sign-up begins at 6:30 a.m. behind Griner Crop Service east of the Keota Water Tower. And it's all for a free will donation. Proceeds to the future Keota Child Care and Vets Memorial. This includes lunch and snacks along the ride. Sponsored by the Southeast Iowa Tractor Association. For more information, call Mark Sheets at 319-548-1077. It's the 5th annual Travis Griner Memorial Tractor Ride, Saturday, August 23rd.
Hey, this is Kimmy with Uplift Fitness. We're opening on August 18th at 101 East Marion Street on the Square in Sigourney. Come work out with us for free for 2 weeks, August 18th through 30th. Yes, completely free. 5 different class times will be offered with guided workouts for all ages and ability levels. Contact me, Kimmy Hernandez, at 641-660-5023 or check us out on Facebook. Make sure to reserve your spot for free on the 18th. Rise above and stay uplifted.
Attention Iowa business owners. Is your business missing sales because you're too busy to follow up? Every missed call or delayed message could be costing you money. At Easy Biz Tech, we help local businesses stay ahead by automating customer follow-up, so no lead gets left behind. Missed a call? Our system texts back instantly. Need personalized outreach? We send automated texts, emails, and even use AI-powered voice agents to connect with your customers 24/7. Stop losing money because of slow follow-up. Contact Easy Biz Tech today, where Iowa businesses win online.
And welcome in. It's time for the sports section. We are live from Barnwired in downtown Sigourney at 119 East Marion. You can stop in for breakfast and coffee to get you going on what's going to be another hot Saturday here in Southeast Iowa. Well, we've got another sports section for you. We've got Rihanna Utterback, formerly of SK Wrestling, and William Penn Wrestling coming in here shortly. We're going to start off, though, with Ottumwa football, and we've got, of course, A.J. Johnson from KTVO as our host. A.J., take it away.
Good morning, Steve. Thanks for having me. I was wondering if this partnership would ever abruptly end, if you were just tired of me stepping in the morning and saying hello. It's every Saturday I get happier because it means we're one Friday and Sunday and Saturday closer to real football, which means we have another football program in, and another football program that's near and dear to my heart. Ottumwa football is in the building. Thank you guys for making the trip. We're going to start and introduce you to the world. So if we'll start right here, if you'll give them your name, your year, and your position.
I'm Brandon Flattery. I'm a senior at Ottumwa High School. I play running back and outside linebacker.
My name is Chance Egbert. I'm a senior, and I play wide receiver and safety.
And I'm Phil Light, head football coach.
And he don't play coach. He is the coach. He's the coach. When you think head coach, you might think Phil Light. It's synonymous, in my opinion. Let's jump in the time machine, head back to last season. Congrats. First winning season in at least a decade, if you let Bound tell it, since 2009. But I had someone yell at me and say they were a part of a winning record. I went back and looked, but I don't want to call them out, so it's all good. But we'll say at least a decade, so it's absolutely truthful. That was a big thing for you guys. And how'd you guys get it done? How'd you turn it around, Coach?
Well, I think it's just a matter of what we were doing in the weight room in our off season. That was the big thing. I have to give credit where credit's due. Luke Gomat, just let him take over the weight program and getting our kids in there and scheduling weight classes throughout the regular day at school was vital. But what we did in the off season, attending camps, doing those little things, because when I took over as head football coach, I said, as a program, we've got to do more, and we've got to have more opportunities for our kids to get better each and every day. And I think we took some really big strides in that off season. And then, it just led to belief and confidence And, you know, the whole accountability factor. You know, we talk to our kids about being accountable for everything that they do each and every day. We talk about winning the day. We talk about having the ability, you know, dependability is huge in our program. You know, can people depend on you? And then coachability. You got to take coaching. And I think our kids were ready to make the change. We had that particular group of seniors and those guys in our program for 3 years. And, you know, we were able to develop linemen and get kids in the right spots. And, you know, it just grew from there. But, you know, last year was an outstanding year for us. And, you know, I brought these two gentlemen along because, you know, we don't throw the ball a whole lot. And when we do, it's wide open. But, you know, we talk about the brotherhood. And Chance here, he does a great job of catching the ball for us and everything. But, man, he's a tenacious blocker on the perimeter. And then Flat here on the other side of him, you know, it's just a matter of doing a job. He's an excellent blocker for us, and of course when you have the Caminaries and a big offensive line, you know, you're just able to dent the front and 3 yards in a cloud of dust, and you know, we knew what we were capable of, what we had. It was just a matter of getting it all put together. And you know, we ended up having 2 leading rushers in the state, which was the first time in Ottumwa history. We led the state in rushing yardage, and we led the state in yards per carry and rushing touchdowns. So, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that's kind of what we feel like, you know, in order to be successful. And I've been blessed to be a part of championship football and win numerous championships. But the thing about it is you got to run the football. Yeah. And you've got to have an offense and a defense that fits your kids. And we felt like we have something in Ottumwa now that fits our kids, not just, you know, one particular year, but year in, year out.
Yeah, and that's the big part. It's not about, you know, anyone can catch lightning in a bottle. It's about sustaining it, you know. It's about having it become a culture, you know, not an outlier. And I'll tell you, from last year when it started, it looked like it was something had changed. And I think I told you guys, I think maybe I told you the second time, but I was talking to the coaching staff the first time I got out there, and I was like, something's different out here. I'd never been to an Ottumwa football practice, and I could feel it in the open air that there was something different about the program. And you guys, you went out and you ripped off 5 in a row. I think the story I did when you guys got to 4-0 was you were averaging about 50 points a game at that time. It was a sight to see, and I know a lot of the community was proud. We'll kick it to Chance here. How did it feel, you know, being a part of this program? You guys went 4-5. How did it feel to break that streak and be a part of something so special and have that 7-2 winning season?
Well, it's hard to explain. It's a great feeling. You know, all my life I've been a part of a team, especially when my dad was here, when he was coaching. All I've known was not great football, not great Ottumwa football, just getting through the season, waiting for basketball or track. Football wasn't really a thought. But when we broke off 5 or 6 in a row, it was just something different. Like, the crowd, they were always there. They knew it was different. Everybody there knew that we had something special. And it was just great to be part of that.
And Brandon, he kind of led me right to it because the something special are the key words there. When would you say you felt like that was the case, that you guys had something special on that team?
I would say probably almost as soon as Coach Light took over and we started our early summer practices. I just felt like we were going to be able to take that next jump. We had all the seniors ready last year. We were just ready to take that jump, and I feel like this year we've kind of set ourselves up to take another jump apart. Right, despite all the seniors graduating, we've had a lot of people be able to step up and fill in shoes. And I feel like just with the big coaching we've had jump in the last year, I feel like everything's changed. Like, the attitude to teams has changed. Our work ethic has changed.
What would you say you did different? You know, I mean, like, because, you know, you go out to the football field, and for the longest time it's the same group of guys, and, you know, the guys you went 4-5 with, and your friends, and you know there's talent. But what was done that made you guys get out there and just want to be different?
I feel like Coach, there was just a different level of expectance. He expected us to go out there and give it our all. He expected more from us. And I feel like he always, like, he wasn't going to put up with the bad attitudes. If you had a bad attitude, just, like, you were going to run, you were going to, like, but there's nothing wrong with that. You just kind of, it was just an expectance to come out here, give it your all, do your best. And as long as you're doing your best and working on getting as Coach says, get 1% better every day. Over 100 days, you're 100% better.
Yeah. Chance, would you say you had a favorite? If you had a favorite moment from last season, what would you say it would be?
Favorite moment from last season? I'd probably say going up to Marshalltown and beating them on their home turf, after what happened the year before that and all the personal stuff that happened. I don't think anything was sweeter than that.
Yeah. Yeah, that Marshalltown had you guys on homecoming the year before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that week. Me and Phil did. I know he wanted that game as well, and I didn't think you guys were coming back with a loss by any shape or mean. So that's a good choice. That's a good pick. Personally, I didn't get to go. The hardest part for me last season with the Ottumwa football was having to send my coworkers to all of your games while I went to like 3 and 4 other games. Because, I told everybody. I think I told my sports director, I was like, this team's good for about 8 wins at the least, right? And so I was bragging about it, and he was bragging about Kirksville because they're on the Missouri side. And he was right, too. Kirksville had a perfect regular season. And but I didn't get to watch much of your football. I got 2 big games out of it. So hopefully I get to see some more. Coach, we'll hop into this upcoming year. The offseason's been nice, and getting closer to the regular season. What's camp been like? What are you seeing out of your guys this year?
Well, we got a lot of shoes to fill with graduation. And, as we were driving up talking and stuff like that, I think we all feel really good about ourselves. I think we have some, we lose a bunch of seniors, but our sophomore class is a big class. And there's some nice-sized kids in there, kids that are going to be asked on the first Friday night right away to contribute. And I like where we're at in terms of our development, installs, the ability to study the game. It's all those type of things. But I firmly believe this, and we talk about it as coaches. Everything, you can't wait till August to play football. It's what you do in the off season and everything. Our kids, this is probably the best summer we've had in terms of the sheer numbers of kids showing up 4 days a week, putting a time and effort in our strength and conditioning program, showing up for those football activity days, and it's been outstanding. Well, that's just going to carry over in the first day of practice and everything. But those guys, those young guys that we're putting in spots we feel that can replace a lot of these holes that we have, so to speak, they're doing a great job of being coachable. They're learning fast. And then again, we kind of got tested here a week or so ago about going to our Creston football camp. We feel like that was a ability to go scrimmage Atlantic and Creston, and we made mistakes, but we moved the ball and we did a lot of things well. So right now we're using that film, going right now the early days of camp, just getting things fixed. What we're going to see, and we're going to start moving here pretty quick to preparing for week 1. But I couldn't be prouder of our kids. I think we're in a great spot. I think we're ahead a lot of the ways right now. So I really feel confident about that. But, we just feel like, we need to make sure that we continue to concentrate not on opponents, but us each and every week. And every day we talk about winning the day, what's important now, and we feel like, we're right where we need to be right now.
I mean, the numbers part is what I take away from that because, you graduated 15 seniors.
Yeah.
At least, based on my counting skills, which are, questionable, but 15 is about the right number. And normally when you see that, or at least when I've seen it around here, the numbers don't come back, and that's what kind of messes teams up. So to be there and feel like you're ahead, I mean, I guess that has to do with a lot with your first year as a head coach, and now these underclassmen that are becoming upperclassmen, really teaching the culture to the young guys. So I'll ask you, Chance, as a senior now, how do you keep this younger class coming in, understanding what the Ottumwa culture is and how to go about things as an Ottumwa football player?
Well, I mean, keeping the culture, as strong as it can be, it's more than just football. You got to have a strong relationship with the guys on and off the field. That's where it's at. You can have a relationship on the field with them, but I think for me personally, anywhere outside of it, if you don't communicate, if you don't talk to them, if you're not good friends with them, it's really not that – there's not a connection there that really matters. That's on that football field that really boosts your team chemistry. I just think that's where it's at for them.
I'm going to ask both of you the same question. I'll let you go first since you still got the mic.
All right.
When it comes to you personally, how do you feel that you've changed as a player over this past year?
I mean, I feel pretty good about myself. It's definitely not where I thought I'd be at a year or two ago, but I have no regrets of where I'm at now, and I'm excited for what the season has.
Brandon, same thing. How do you feel you've changed as a player from last year coming into this upcoming season?
I feel like just like generically, I haven't necessarily gotten bigger, but I've gotten bigger, stronger, faster, and I feel like I'm being a much better leader this year than I have been any year prior. I'm just kind of talking to my guys, telling them what I expect, getting on them if they need it, and I just feel like we as a team are prepared for this upcoming season.
Do you have any? You laid out any goals for yourself this year? It's senior season. It's the last chance to kind of do something individually special. I know it's all about team, and Phil will tell you I'm the first one to preach that. But it's also individual goals can help the team too. So have you laid out any for yourself?
I definitely want to try to reach. It's a big goal. I want to try to get 10 sacks.
I like that. Hey, you're filling some shoes, man. Trey was a monster on the edge last year, and you can come in on that outside linebacker spot and put some pressure on a quarterback. And I mean, we already know what your offense is capable of if it's even a remnant of last season. So if your defense can match that, and sacks are the way to do it, especially if you got Chance back here getting you some covered sacks as well. What about you, Chance? You got some goals you laid out for yourself this year?
I mean, if it's not already obvious, definitely just more catches, more touchdown passes. It's kind of what I'm here for, but we'll see. We'll see where that goes.
Based on Phil's offense, you might have to get Brandon to throw some RB passes to you without Coach knowing. Otherwise,
we might need a little more than that, me personally. But
we want to let's talk about the first game here, Coach. You guys got Oskaloosa week 1, 101 years of a rivalry in the making here. What's the atmosphere like right now? I know you guys are focused on you, but it's Oskaloosa. It's hard not to see that other O on the other side of the schedule. What's the atmosphere like thinking about this game?
I just know that it's a traditional football game, and it's going to be a big game, and it's going to be packed. The first night in Ottumwa, we just understand that. But then again, I'm just going to say we're not worried about Oski right now. We're just going to concentrate on what we do and how we practice. Because I think the way we practice, and you've been to practice, you see how we practice. It's kind of unique, and we can get all the looks we can with our in a 5-10 minute period, and we move with, fast and effectively. And what we try to do is right now we're trying to get our install in, and we work multiple fronts, and then we're lining up on defense, making coverage checks. Right now, that's where we're kind of at. But the closer we get, when it comes game week, we'll sharpen the knife, so to speak. But we know we're going to get Oski's best. The coaches up there, their coaching staff do a great job of preparing their kids. And, it's pretty close in proximity. Kids are, they played against each other for years and stuff. So you're going to get that rivalry thing. But, we just feel like if we concentrate on ourselves and continue to develop each and every day, things will take care of themselves. So, I know it sounds so cliche, but as a head football coach, that's where we're at right now.
I know when I'm talking to a coach. I knew it was coming. It's okay. Yeah. And honestly, hey, great answer, because I almost set you up. I forgot to tell you, there's probably a lot of Oskaloosa people watching this show.
Oh,
just so you know. Steve's got a following out in Oskaloosa.
Yeah,
so,
you bet.
So this way I didn't set the boys up for failure when I asked them these questions. Chance, when you think about Oskaloosa, as you guys don't do right now because you're focused on yourselves, but when coach isn't around or right next to you and you think about Oskaloosa and what can happen out on the field, what goes through your mind?
A lot goes through my mind when we play Oski. It's mostly just I got to focus on myself and the team. Got to do my job. We all got to do ours. The points will come. The score will reflect itself at the end of the game, and whatever happens, happens. But, of course, we play Oski. We all aim for the same thing, just crush them every year. That's our goal.
How many miles did Coach threaten y'all with if y'all answered the wrong way?
that question. So that answer's still up to debate.
All right. Well, I like to do this thing where we have some fun before we ride out. So I got about 2 questions for both of y'all, and they're quick, or all of you. It's quick, fast, just rapid, just having a good time. And it's this or that. Would you rather this or that? So let's see here. This one works. All right. So Brandon, would you rather forced fumble or an interception?
Pick.
All
100%.
right. All right. Chance, would you rather break some ankles or one-handed Moss?
Can I ask a question on that?
Huh?
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Is that a Moss touchdown or is it regular?
No, not just regular. Just the middle of the field.
Moss.
All right. Coach, first win over a rival in 5 years or 5th straight win over another regularly scheduled opponent?
I just want a W at the end of the day. It's all good either way, but, the W goes a long way regardless.
I should have asked you the other way around because this one's not as cool as that one, but would you rather a home win or an away win?
I want to win regardless. It's always nice to win at home.
Yeah.
But I like being a road warrior.
Yeah.
And making that trip and beating somebody on their home field. There's nothing better than that. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I agree. See, the home fans are going to appreciate you because even if you lose on the road, as long as you gave it your all, they still got love for you. But
I will say this, we've been traveling well.
Yeah.
So some road games have been like home games.
Okay.
And that's a credit to our student body and everybody. Just packing up and caravanning to the ball game.
After last year, I'd imagine they're going to keep that up. So, all right, Chance. So you were wanting it. 50-yard touchdown catch or 50-yard touchdown run?
Catch. I mean,
because you're the receiver.
Yeah, so that's what I got.
I actually was better. All right, and then oh wait, I thought I had 6. I don't have one for you.
All right, that's fine.
I could probably think of one though. Let's see. Would you rather a kick return touchdown or a scoop and score from the other one opponent?
Scoop and score.
Bet.
Just scoop it and take it back to the house.
All right, cool. I was actually supposed to ask you the 50-yard touchdown one, but he took it because he wanted to talk about scoring, which is good. That's what you need. Coach, last question here before we let you go. Your program's been doing fantastic, and I've told people a lot. It's a testament to you as a head coach. When you think about this team this season, if you could describe this team in one word, what would it be and why?
I think just hardworking. Our work ethic has been really good. I think that our kids show up each and every day, and I always say you got to be consistent at being consistent, and good things happen to people that show up. And so showing up and just being consistent, that accountability, I guess, that part of it's been really, really good. And I think that's going to be key for us, like I talked to the kids, and like Flat said, it's about getting better each and every day. I preach it's every day, every play, every set, every rep. Everything we do matters, and time. That's the common thing that we have with our opponent, how we're using our time. So we want to be fast and efficient. We want to be effective, but we also, at the end of the day, want to be consistent at what we do, because consistency will lead to great things.
Well, Coach, you've been consistent at consistently coming through for me, so I 100% appreciate you. I appreciate you and the boys coming out to the show. I know Steve appreciates having some Ottumwa football on the program. Yeah. And, Steve, anything for the guys before we let them go?
I don't have any questions. I'll just say, look for yourselves on our upcoming Team of the Week and Athlete of the Week. And we're separating the males and the females this year, so look for yourselves popping up on some of our polls. And, maybe we've got some of the hardware down here that you guys can see. We'll bring it up on the screen here later on. So for our Athlete of the Year and Team of the Year. But, really appreciate you guys making the Ottumwa football debut here on the sports section. Courtesy of my man, A.J. Johnson.
Well, thanks for having us. We greatly appreciate everybody's coverage.
We're going to have a good season. I mean, like you guys as players and me as a media person traveling, not that I'm like only about Ottumwa, I'm unbiased. I cover everybody equally. I appreciate you guys. Thanks.
Let's go ahead and take a break and hear from some of our sponsors, and then we've got Rihanna Utterback talking about wrestling coming up next. Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. Stop by James Family Greenhouse and Produce in Sigourney. They have a variety of hanging baskets, annuals, shrubs, perennials, trees, mulch, and vegetable plants. Plus, you can spruce up your landscape with yard decor or decorate the inside of your home with home decor. James Family Greenhouse is also a great place to stop in for some gift ideas. You gotta stop in and see it all for yourself. James Family Greenhouse at 701 East Jackson in Sigourney. And be sure to follow their page on Facebook.
Looking for more than just a job? Find a career where you make a difference right in your community.
What I appreciate about First Resources is our dedication to innovation, always looking for ways to expand programming and offer greater opportunities for our staff and everyone involved.
First Resources staff are amazing. They're committed and they are motivated and they are fierce advocates to help clients meet their goals.
If you're ready to join a team committed to making a difference, apply online and join us at First Resources.
Build it together. Build it with Valley Lumber.
Are you building a new house or maybe wanting to do a remodel? Come check out our showroom at Valley Lumber and Hardware's Eddyville location. Cook kitchen cabinets, masonite interior doors, and more. Not sure what you want? Let us help with the design and layout of your new kitchen or remodel. At Valley Lumber and Hardware, we can help with any room in the house, from lumber for building to shower enclosures, paint, and more. Choose Valley Lumber and Hardware with locations in Eddyville and Albia.
The mission of Essence of Life Hospice is to provide comprehensive, coordinated care to individuals with life-limiting illnesses and to their families, and to support them in the process of death and bereavement. Our goal is to provide palliative care that addresses the physical, psychological, and spiritual dimensions of service for the terminally ill as an integrated whole. We pride ourselves on providing the highest quality care and are on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, visit essencehospice.com.
We are always looking for ways to improve, and we do that by embracing new and better technologies.
With each of us having our own areas of expertise, we collaborate together to give you the best care possible.
Striving to give you the best smile, we believe doing things right the first time saves you both time and money.
Keota Community School District, we are proud to lead with innovation, excellence, and the heart. With our student-teacher ratio low, our classrooms are built for connection, giving every student the attention they deserve. We continue with our 4-day school week for the 25-26 school year, creating more time for personalized learning, enrichment, and support. And the results speak for themselves. In the 2024 ISAF scores, our students ranked number 1 in math and number 2 in English in our conference. That's academic achievement. That's community pride. That's Keota Schools.
Hey, welcome back. We've got the sports section going here at Barnwired in downtown Sigourney on a warm Saturday morning. We started things off with Ottumwa football, and now we are talking wrestling. We were talking wrestling here, just a couple of weeks ago with Caleb Reeves, Sigourney native Caleb Reeves taking over the co-women's wrestling. And now we've got, now we can say former SK wrestler, the GOAT, and now William Penn women's wrestler, Rihanna Utterback. Rihanna, welcome to the show. AJ, take it away.
Welcome back, Shetler heads. How are we? I had to get it in. I mean, we've only got so many more of those left, and it's. I think I'm telling you, you need a shirt. I'm excited.
I'm more about Media Maniacs.
Yeah, that works too. That works too. I mean, you could put one on the front, one on the back. I'm talking merch. I'm super excited here, Steve. I'm sitting next to wrestling royalty, apparently. Someone I've been wanting to talk to for a while. You know, your coach Trevor Weeks told me about you when we were at Pekin. You guys, I think it was preseason last year, and my schedule is crazy. Just so you know, you didn't go underneath my radar. I just don't have enough hours in the day, but we're here now. I can talk to you more free. I have less restrictions. So, AJ Johnson, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Thank you for waking up early. I know that was not what you wanted to do.
Thank you.
Heard a lot about you. I hear you like to wrestle. Is that true?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit?
Just a little bit.
How long you been wrestling?
In January, it would have been, I think, 13 years.
Yeah, they say you started like.
I started when I was 4.
4. How'd that come about? Were you like the
How'd I
youngest of
start
like a
wrestling?
bunch of brothers or something? And you just had to defend
Oh,
yourself, or
no, I got 3 sisters.
Oh, even better.
I mean, I have an older brother, but he didn't wrestle. He was a basketball player. So,
okay.
I mean, but my dad wrestled when he was younger, and so did my grandpa did when he was younger. He did wrestling and stuff like that. But mainly, I was like the only girl in our family that was like, wanted to go out and just beat up on somebody.
Nice.
So then they're like, we'll just try it. Plus, I went and watched some of my cousins when I was younger, and I was like, this looks fun. So we just threw me in and see how I did.
And you just kept up with it forever, huh? Just became a quick
guess.
love. Yeah. Yeah. What was I mean, I know 4 and 5 is just, it's fun to just be playing and rolling around, but you know, as you get older and you're 9 and 10 and you start to really realize that you like really enjoy it, like what was it about it for you that like made you really take a liking to wrestling?
For me, wrestling has always been my like go-to thing. Like when I'm sad or something, I wrestle. I don't know, wrestling's just my support system.
Got it.
It always has been. It's just always there, and I can just go wrestle, and it also helps get anger out.
Yeah.
So
that's a good one.
It's just my support system, really. Yeah.
That's a good one. Mine is darts. And
That sounds fun.
If you'd asked me 15 years ago, I'd have been like, no, I'm going to go play basketball and go, run track. But now
I
it's
think
darts.
I'd miss the board if I did that, though.
No offense, I agree.
I think I'd miss the board. I would not hit the board.
It's fun. You should definitely, if you're ever just bored and there's a dartboard around, just try it a couple.
I guess I'll have to.
Good mental
I
one.
mean, I just started a new hobby of golfing, so.
Interesting. I'm
really bad at it, but it's okay.
I'll tell you this. I thought when I got older in age, golf would be my hobby. Then I found out it's really expensive. So I was like, all right, not doing that. But yeah, I'll go to the range or something. But So all right. So we find out you enjoy it, and you find out why, and that's actually a big thing because a lot of people don't understand the why in some of the things they do. And once you do, I think that's how you actually become great at it. And as we've already said, it's very clear you become great at it. And now you're in this spot, and kind of part of me wonders if you almost wish you were still in high school now that wrestling is becoming such a big deal for girls in Iowa sports. But you are a big part of that, and a lot of people attest to you and what you were able to do in the sport to why wrestling is getting bigger. What do you say when you hear stuff like that?
I'm just super thankful that I have younger girls looking up to me and that I'm the reason that they wanted to come out and things like that. I mean, my freshman and sophomore year, I went from having 0 girls with me to last year we had 6. So, I'm just glad to see that it's still building and that I could help be one of those girls to build it.
Let's go back to your freshman and sophomore year.
Lovely.
That sophomore year was a standout year that some people would say. That was the first year, if I'm not mistaken, that girls were sanctioned, but you chose to wrestle with the boys.
Yeah.
What went behind that decision?
Okay, so for me, my decision on wrestling boys sophomore year was not to go against anything with the girls wrestling. I'm glad they sanctioned it, and I'm happy that we're at where we're at now. But sophomore year, my big thing was I wanted to get better at wrestling, and I knew that if I wrestled girls, for me in Iowa, it wasn't going to be that great of a competition because there's so many newer girls.
Yeah.
And I've done this for so long, and I grew up wrestling boys. So I just wanted to wrestle the boys and see how far I could push myself against them since most boys are stronger and faster than I am. So then I wanted to see if I could just wrestle with them and keep up with them.
keep up with him, you did. If I'm not mistaken, which I know I'm not, you ended up on the podium that year as well. What was that accomplishment like, doing that after making, a tough decision?
I'm very glad that I got where I was that year. I ended up getting 8th. Wasn't where I wanted to be, but it's better than nothing. Making the podium, becoming the second girl ever to make the podium in a boys' high school state here in Iowa was just a great achievement, and I'm glad that I got to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. This question, it may not even give me an answer based on if I don't even know if you know, but I'd imagine you would. I think the other girl was Jasmine Lukey, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, it was actually Megan Black.
Oh, that's correct.
Ediva.
Okay, yeah. I actually did know that, and I forgot. But another person, so I live in Ottumwa, so I hear a lot about it. Jasmine was another name that people used a lot when talking about girls wrestling. Do you know her? Do you guys me
and
Jasmine
grew up wrestling together a lot at tournaments. We were also practice partners for quite a while, and me and her have a great friendship, I would say.
That's awesome. How's she doing?
She's in college. She's doing big girl stuff.
Got you. Well, you're on the way to doing some of that too. I want to highlight though. So 104 matches, 0 losses, and 97 wins or pins. Is that correct?
Sure. I don't know. I don't pay attention.
You don't pay attention? Not even the pins?
Not to that.
You're a pin machine. I think like your last 3 state matches were all pins for wins, right?
Both years at state.
Both
they were
years
all
at state.
Yeah,
gotcha.
they were all pins.
How does it feel like not letting any match get to the end?
I don't know. It's always good to just get out there and do what I do and get it done and over with. And then sometimes I like making it harder on myself and making myself work harder to like go longer in the match. And my parents, not just my parents, but people that come and watch me, they're always like, well, we came here to watch you and we're only going to watch like 30 seconds. Why not you take a little longer?
Fair.
So sometimes I did make it go a little longer just so they can watch a little bit more.
I'll tell you, athletes in a sport like that love doing that though. You know what I'm saying? Just because, like you said, it tests yourself, and then two, like it could be fun if you do come out of it.
Yeah.
Now, it don't work out for everybody all the time, but I always remember I played cornerback when I was younger, and one of the things I'd like to do is if I knew I had an interception, I'd move a little further away from the ball before I went to go get it so it looked better.
Yeah.
Didn't always work out for me, but when it did, it looked really good. So, all right, so accomplished so much in Sigourney High School for wrestling and kind of paved the way, and now the girls' wrestling is exploding. You've left a legacy here. When you're leaving Sigourney, what were some of the things you told the girls who were coming up behind you, and like what's the message you have for them as they continue to build on this legacy?
My main big thing that I always told all the girls was that it doesn't matter if you win or lose. Just go out there and wrestle, have fun. Because if you're not having fun, when I always thought about it, if I wasn't having fun, I didn't wrestle my best. Where if I was having fun, I was wrestling good, and I was just having fun and not beating down on myself and things like that. So even if I lost a match, it was like, it is what it is. Just go out and get the next match. So I always taught them that you have to keep your head high no matter what. If you win, if you lose, you just got to keep wrestling. And if you wrestle your way and not their way, you'll always find something.
Yeah.
But there's always things to improve on also. I always told them, like, watch your matches back. Watch them, see what you can improve on, and practice. You have to go to practice. You have to show up. You have to give effort for wrestling. But my main big thing that I think I told them was a mindset. Wrestling is really mental when it comes to a sport. Like most sports, yes, they're physical. Where wrestling is physical, but it's also mainly mental. If you're not in the right mindset, normally you don't do as good. So where if you're in your right mindset, you normally do better in your matches. So I always taught them that you have to have a good mindset to wrestle.
I feel like I just learned so much, man. I wonder if they'll like sanction me to go back to high school wrestling. I feel like I Sometimes I get a little confident. Last week or the week before, Steve had me holding the championship belt.
Yeah.
It was when he told me you were coming on, and I was like, I think I could take her. But now I don't know. Now, now I don't know. I was like, as soon as I said it, I was like, actually, I hope she doesn't see this. But see, now I'm telling you. So it was all jokes. Please don't hurt me. All right. So as we come closer to the end here, you did some pretty cool stuff this summer, I heard. What was your summer like?
Summer's been great. I wrestled a little bit. I went to Fargo, ended up placing there, committed to Penn that same weekend actually, and it's just been a chill summer. I've been trying to just prepare myself for what's to come with college, and I'm not even starting college in the fall. I actually leave in a week or 2 weeks to go to basic training for the Army National Guard. So just mentally preparing myself for that and getting ready for that. So it's basically my summer.
First, I'll tell you, I know there's somebody who was in Fargo that just missed you by a little bit of committing, and I know they're not happy about it. But we won't put any names out. I don't want to get anyone in trouble. Let's talk about decisions. You're leaving in 2 weeks for the National Guard. What went into that choice?
My main thing with that is I want to go to school for chiropractic. So it's a long time in schooling, and I know that they'll help pay for my college. So that was the big thing. So then I don't have to pay so much out of pocket.
Yeah.
And that I can help save the money to pay for that college and other things. I mean, and my parents, they have 5 kids.
Yeah.
So it's they've already put 3 kids through college and spent so much money on college that I'm I want to do something to help save them also a little bit.
Top notch. You raised a good one, parents. Top notch. I tried to do that for my mom, but instead I just didn't go. No, I'm kidding. I definitely did. All right. Well, I hope the National Guard's a great experience. I'm one of those people that believe out of high school, you either need to serve 2 years in the military or you need to serve 2 years in service somewhere and understanding people and what it means to actually give back. And you'll learn a lot. It's definitely an experience that a lot of people won't go through. I wasn't on that side. I just went into regular service round.
Yeah.
But I understand people because of it, and I think that's a really, really big trait to have. So take everything in, everything you can. I'm sure you will. You seem like a sponge already. And then William Penn, that decision. You probably had the pick of the litter for colleges. And what was the choice behind William Penn?
So I had a couple options to go to where to go. I ended up choosing Penn, one, because it's close to home. It's close to where all my family is, so they can come watch me there. Because I know a lot of them like to come and watch. To where if I went somewhere out of state, they would have had to travel so far. But also the coaches. I really like both of the coaches. One of them was even my coach at Fargo. They both coached me when we went out to Spokane. So the coaches I've seen how they coach. I've seen how they treat their athletes, things like that they're great coaches, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
It's a big deal. Especially when in a sport like wrestling where it's individual for the most part. Obviously the team aspect is there, but it's you mano a mano on a mat, and mentors are very important in a sport like that. So you gotta you gotta respect, you gotta believe there's still things they can teach you for you to grow. And so that's a big reason and a good choice to make it based off of. So I guess my final question is, I know it's early, you're just getting ready to go do a couple things even before college, but you're talented. How far do you want to take the sport of wrestling?
So after I get back from basic and stuff, I'm going to go to college, wrestle there. And then once I'm done with my 4 years at a university and I'm starting with Palmer, hopefully, for chiropractic, I want to start training for the Olympics and doing things like that. And I haven't fully decided after Olympics. I know I'm gonna come back and coach. That's one of my really big things. When I get back from basic and whatnot. I want to get my coaching license, come back here to Sigourney and help coach the girls. My little sister's now coming over here, so my dad will still be here coaching wrestling. So I just want to come back and get back to my community and help those girls.
Nice. Olympics, community, all the big goals. I like it. See, I always knew I needed to interview. I just, didn't know I'd have to wait till you're out of school to do it. So, but on the plus side of things, I do actually expand to William Penn this upcoming year. So hopefully, I'll come to a couple matches and be like, I know that guy, and you'll give me an interview so I look cool back here in Ottumwa. Would you do that for me?
I mean, if I'm there when you're there, sure.
You should be there. It's a wrestling match. Where else would you be?
I don't know. I might not be back yet. We'll see.
Oh, my gosh. She's already blowing me off, guys. She's already
I just don't care for interviews.
I get it.
I'm not an interview person.
That's fair. That's fair. But I've heard that a lot from a lot of the athletes around here, and I have a way of breaking them down. It's just I try to make it fun though, so that way you don't have to worry too much about it being high pressure. Just talking one-on-one is all it ends up being, and then I make you look good on TV because I'm a very good editor. But I'll make sure it's like your words are truthful. I didn't change anything. I'm not. All right, Steve, get me off of here before I keep making a fool of myself.
I was going to say, Rihanna, for not wanting to do interviews, or if you think that you're not good at them, you actually are a really good interview. You're
100%.
easy to talk to. So
100%.
So don't downplay yourself there. You do a great interview. Now, I don't know how many times we've had you on the sports section. It's been a handful.
I don't know. I don't count them.
She doesn't keep track of stats. She doesn't keep track of stats.
You don't keep track things. You just look forward all the time. But obviously, I appreciate you taking time on Saturday mornings and this Saturday morning to give us a few minutes here on Steve Shetler Media and the sports section. So thanks for your time the last few years. And of course, good luck in the future. Don't forget us little people back here on.
Oh, I won't. I'll come
Steve
back.
Shetler
Don't you worry. I'll come back.
She'll come back as a coach to do an interview for you.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Coach interviews, yeah.
College athlete.
Hey,
I don't know.
And I know I talked to you one time. I asked you. You showed a little bit of interest in UFC.
Ooh.
Is that still on the table as a possibility, or that MMA stuff?
The last few weeks, I've been working with my cousin because she does MMA.
Okay.
Trying to teach her how to actually do some wrestling moves. So I don't know yet. I might eventually. Mom doesn't want me to.
Yeah.
Mom thinks I'm gonna get hurt.
You got to save your face.
Mom wants me to do WWE instead.
Oh, there you go. All right. So that brings me to my next thing.
Oh my god.
I like pro wrestling.
Yep.
And
I found out. Found out your videos.
Yes.
He's got some skill.
The next time that we're in Delta or anywhere else that I might need some backup, I know how to get a hold of you. So
he's undefeated. He's 2-0.
As long as I'm around.
I might be physically bigger than you, but you can still be my bodyguard.
Okay.
Facts.
I guess.
Facts.
And you can see off to your left, to my right, you can see the
belt?
championship belt that we've got there. I'm going to bring up on the screen the Athlete of the Year tournament right now. So your matchup is coming up early next week. And you're the number 4 seed in the tournament. This is probably something you don't even care about because you don't, you're just always looking. You're always, you don't keep track of things.
No, but my parents do.
Yes. So,
my mom's always like, "Well, you better tell everybody to go vote," and I said, "Okay."
We've got a bunch of EBF folks moving into the Final Four with Slater Thomas, Georgia Smith, and. Your next matchup will be to move into the Final Four of the tournament. So we'll see if that possibly happens. See if you can bring home the big gold or silver or yellow or whatever you want to call that belt. Yes.
It's real.
How many championship belts do you have at home? Have you won some belts before or just lots of trophies?
5? 4?
Really?
5?
Okay.
Something like that, I think.
So this is just another trophy
I
to
have
you.
2 similar to this, but they're red.
Okay.
Not with all these things, but they're different. But it's red. I have a little one that's really heavy.
Steve doesn't know this yet, but I'm actually going to take this belt because I don't have any of my own and I want one. So,
well,
okay. Go ahead.
She doesn't care.
He can find something else to give
There
him.
you go. I agree. I like her.
Give you a pat on the back and good luck. But no, we do wish you luck, not only in the Athlete of the Year tournament, but at William Penn and with the National Guard and all the other things you're involved with. So, Rihanna, appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.
And, thanks for being such a great role model and a great student athlete here at Sigourney over the last several years. So, you're out of here.
Thank
All
you.
right, let's take a break and be back with more. We'll wrap things up after this. Complete Care of Iowa is a medical clinic located in Sigourney, Iowa that provides care to patients of all ages. Located at 113 East Marion Street in Sigourney. Call 641-541-4040. Complete Care of Iowa is open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Tuesday and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Saturday by appointment only. They're currently accepting new patients. Find more information at CompleteCareOfIowa.com. Complete Care of Iowa. Health care for where you are. Find your Iowa dream home with AE Realty in Montezuma. With unparalleled industry knowledge and local expertise, AE Realty is the Montezuma real estate expert you've been looking for. Whether you're buying or selling, AE Realty can help you get the best deal. You can find AE Realty at 321 East Main Street in Montezuma. Call 641-623-2639 or go to aerealtyinc.com.
Summer and grilling are great companions. Tassel Ridge offers 12 different dry and sweet red wines that are perfect with grilled foods. Try the 2021 Iowa Petite Pearl or the 2023 Iowa Sabravois with steaks. Iowa Sweet and Snazzy and Candle Glow Red are sweet red wines that, when well chilled, pair nicely with grilled meats. Some of the Tassel Ridge dry and sweet red wines for grilling are available at our 350 retail outlets, and all are available at Tassel Ridge Winery in Lyden.
Swim Sports is located at 118 A Avenue E in Oskaloosa, Iowa. They provide sporting goods, screen printing, awards, and online store options. Call 641-673-6779 or email swimsportsllc@gmail.com. Swim Sports loves working with area teams and organizations to provide hats, trophies, t-shirts, and a whole lot more. Stop in and see the guys at Swim Sports, 118 A Avenue E, Oskaloosa. And follow them on Facebook at Swim Sports Awards and Screen Printing. Hey, we are back here for the last segment on the sports section. Again, we are always live at Barnwired on Saturday mornings, hanging out here. You're not on camera quite yet, but we've got A.J. Johnson as the host. And yes, this is such a spectacle. I need to take a picture of this before I lose the moment. Here, A.J., look at me. 3, 2, and 1. All right, so we got to... All right, so AJ, you got all the bling, all the hardware there. And we've been talking about this, the athlete, the team of the year, tournaments going on Steve Shetler Media. By this time next week, we will be crowning our champions. And so we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Let's put up those brackets once again for the athlete of the year. So far, the number 1 and 2 seeds, Slater Thomas and Georgia Smith, both from EBF Wrestling, have moved into the Final Four. Our next matchup that goes up tomorrow evening and runs for 24 hours will be Chase Johnson. Actually, we've got that individual matchup. It's Cardinals Chase Johnson against, of course, another EBFer. EBFer. Get in trouble on that one. Kaylee Helm, who was playing softball when she won her Athlete of the Week. So we got Cardinal and EBF, Chase and Kaylee in that matchup. Now, on the team side... we had a surprise. We had an upset. The number 8 seed, HLVTC girls track, pulled the upset over number 1 seed Cardinal baseball.
Wow. What?
So the number 8 seed, HLVTC girls track, we've got, of course, EBF girls wrestling in the Final Four. They're the number 2 seed. Here over the next few days, we'll have the other 2 spots. Number 11, North Mahaska football. We'll be going against number 3 seed EBF girls basketball.
Oof.
And then on the other side, we've got EBF boys wrestling against Albia girls cross country.
Interesting.
So, yeah, those are some interesting matchups. Again, we're kind of covering all the different sports, all the different athletes, and all the different teams around the area. I think we've got like 13 teams that we kind of keep an eye on Steve Shetler Media. But you've got the belt, you've got the trophy. Now, the trophy, I do want to give a special shout-out to Swim Sports in Oskaloosa. I know they do a lot of business with a lot of our area schools as far as printing and trophies and T-shirts and merch. They do a fantastic job. That's a great-looking trophy. When I first picked it up, it was a lot heavier than I was anticipating.
Yeah.
Now, along the bottom of that trophy, it says 24-25 Steve Shetler Media Team of the Year. And then once we do have a winner along that top edge, we'll put the school and the team. So their name will also be on there on a little kind of a plaque type thing. So
trying to be so careful.
Yes, don't drop that trophy.
The one hand was a confident choice.
Yeah, so Swims makes the trophy. Kelly Style State Farm is our sponsor for the Team of the Year tournament. We got the Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics Athlete of the Year. Now, of course, the Athlete of the Year will get that belt. AJ, you're trying to do something fancy.
Didn't work.
It's just not working.
Didn't work. Belt's too big. It's a legit belt, guys. It can't even. It covers a lot.
So the belt, the trophy, up for grabs. Those are our prizes. We'll see who ends up winning that here in the next few days. AJ, I know you're a busy guy. Where are you going today?
Yeah, well, right now I'm headed to Albia. We got some media days going on. I'm going to get with some of the athletes, some of the coaches. Volleyball's coming around the corner. Tennis has already started. Football's around the corner. I'm jumping right back in. I had my week of relaxation, and now it's pedal to the metal once again.
The fall sports are basically upon us. So
yes, they are.
I know we've got North Mahaska football coming in next week. I can't remember. Do we have anybody else?
Not yet. I'm going to work on
yet?
some things, but I've heard tell of some scrimmages happening next Saturday, so it's kind of limiting who I can talk to. But
sure.
Yeah, we'll have one locked down here soon, for sure.
All right.
For sure.
So tune in next Saturday. Again, we do thank Ottumwa Football for making the trip up from Ottumwa to Sigourney today. We thank Rihanna Utterback for hanging out with us and talking wrestling. And, AJ, I always appreciate you being our host this summer. You've got, what, 2
more weeks, I think?
2 weeks,
Yeah,
2
that's
weeks
sad.
before we ship you off back to your normal everyday
Day-to-day
gig.
life, yeah.
Maybe we'll see you next summer again.
Yeah. So that's a possibility. It's a possibility. It's been a good summer. I've enjoyed it. I have thoroughly enjoyed getting to talk with some of the athletes and teams I don't get to, and even the ones I do in a different, style, a different format. It's been very fun. So I've enjoyed it.
Awesome. Well, let's get out of here. We do thank Barn Wired for sponsoring and being our host venue each Saturday here on the sports section here on Steve Shetler Media, and also maybe you're listening on Skunk River Radio.